And you know, as a Muslim father, you have to kind of get trained into calming down. We don't have that training. We actually have quite the opposite training. Interestingly enough, the words that come out of Yusuf alayhi salam's mouth, they begin with Ya Abati. So he's about to tell his dad the dream, and he uses the words Ya Abati. Now in Arabic, if you say Ya Abi, it's a sign of you're addressing your father. When you say Ya Abati and you add that ta that you hear, it's a show of respect. Oh, my noble father, my respected father, my beloved father, Dad, I love you. It's like these terms of respect have been added just by that ta when he addresses his dad. What we're learning is not only is his child ready to communicate with him at any point, at the same time he's also extremely respectful. And that's at the same time it's a compliment to the child, but at the same time it's a compliment to the father. What kind of father communicates openly with his child and at the same time maintains a relationship of respect? Because you know, when you get very frank with kids, what happens? They run all over you. They'll run all over you and they become too casual. And then you have to become strict because you say, I should be strict because that way they'll show me respect. If you come from where I come from, Pakistan, there's one way to get respect. If you're a father, be as harsh and as mean, as nasty as you possibly can be, and that is the way you get respect. You never hear your name said nicely. If your name is Abdullah, you don't never hear dad say, Abdullah, could you come here? Abdullah! And you better show up looking all scared. You can't smile. If you're smiling at your dad, you're like, what? What is this? What are you looking at? Being angry, whether you're, and by the way, this isn't just for Pakistanis, even though we're awesome at it, right? It's parents all over. Muslim parents are generally very harsh. And they think that's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be disciplinaries. Especially the father should be tough. So when he walks into the house, there should be absolute silence. Everybody should drop what they're doing. Dad's here. You know? Like everything's going well in the house, everybody's playing around, things are happening, and Dad's in the driveway. Huh. Sit still. Don't look around. You know, there's that culture. What Yaqub alayhi salam is teaching us is the opposite. This child is most comfortable talking to his father. Even about a dream. Even about a dream. And when he addresses him, he commands this respect. What I'm trying to get at is, we thought the formula for getting respect from your kids is being harsh and mean. Being loud. Being scary. That would be the way I will get the respect of my kids. Maybe that worked in Pakistan. Maybe that worked in Cairo. Maybe that worked in Palestine. Maybe that worked in Syria and in Bangladesh. It ain't working here. This here is America. It ain't working here. And you've already tried it and it hasn't worked. And then you come to the imam and say, my teenage boy doesn't listen to me. What should I do? What you should do is realize where you live. First of all, seriously. You're in a culture where your kids go to school. Your kids go to school and they go with other non-Muslim children who, when they address their mom, they don't say mom, they say, Samantha, come here. That's what they do. It's normal for them. That's normal for them. And your kids go to school with other children who, when they're talking about their father, say, my dad, man, he's so weird. That's the nicest thing they'll say, by the way. That's not the bad stuff yet. And kids talk about their parents just like they're talking about some idiot. Seriously, that's what they hear all the time. And then you have our children, the parents here, many of you have funny accents, at least to your kids. It sounds funny, it sounds weird, And we're trained in a culture to constantly make fun of other people. We're just trained that way. So guess what? If you're an easy target, your kids behind your back are even making fun of you. There's no respect, is what I'm trying to say. And your idea and my idea was, if we're extra harsh, we'll get their respect. No. If you're open, if you're a genuine friend to your children, if you're a source of nurturing and protection for them, you will have their respect like nothing else will gain it. And you will maintain a communication with them that otherwise cannot be had.